Hi, my name's Lucas, and I'm going to be talking about the chemistry of the Human Torch, a fire-based hero. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you guys can see a video of his powers. Just rewind this. All right, and that's all you need really. So as you saw, the Human Torch is a fire-based hero, which can results from a lot of things. It comes from combustion reactions, and from said combustion reactions comes from change in enthalpy and exothermic and endothermic reactions. But let's start with combustion. So combustion reactions pretty much always end in fire or explosions. And what a combustion reaction is a substance reacting with oxygen, and the resultant is a lot of light and heat, which usually is fire. Sometimes an explosion, but usually fire. Like with oil gets too hot, fire, or gasoline and oxygen, or a matchbox. I'm not sure what the chemicals are, but the matchstick and the matchbox, strike it, you get fire. And from said fire, the Human Torch can just light himself ablaze. So he is the substance and there's oxygen around him. And he himself is a reaction. He needs oxygen. Without oxygen, he cannot burn, has been proven many times in media and comics alone. So there's that. So like I mentioned, no oxygen, like fire, no oxygen, there's no fire. Human Torch, no oxygen, no fire. As you saw earlier, he can shoot projectiles from his hands and he can propel himself with flames, and that is exothermic reactions. And exothermic reaction is the releasing of heat and energy. So he's releasing heat in the form of a fireball. So he just throws a fireball out there like it's no one's business, throws one out there, or he propels fire from his feet, I guess from his feet, I'm not sure, but propels fire, exothermic reaction. He's releasing the energy, and he's gaining more from the atmosphere. So it's not like he's just releasing energy; he just has it. He's getting the oxygen from the atmosphere, and he's using that to propel himself and to shoot the flames. But he also has an endothermic reaction, which not many people talk about. As you saw earlier, when he was saving a little girl from the flame, he's absorbing the heat so she does not get burned. He can do that, and as you saw when he was trying to put out the flame, he's also absorbing that heat. So that's an endothermic reaction. Endothermic reactions are absorbing heat. So when an ice cube melts, it's absorbing heat and it's getting too hot. So yeah, so he can perform both reactions, endothermic and exothermic. And from that, endothermic and then exothermic comes changes in enthalpy. And an enthalpy is, I'm going to explain that, but the enthalpy changes. So when he gets hotter via exothermic reactions, I missed something. So what he can also do with exothermic reactions is he can make himself hotter. So he can pull oxygen from the atmosphere and increase his temperature to release more energy, to release more heat, more light, etc., etc. Back to enthalpy. I apologize. Enthalpy. So as when he gets hotter via exothermic reactions, you would think it's the opposite. Like he's getting colder because he's releasing heat, but no, he gets hotter. He's releasing heat because he's getting hotter. That's what's usually often. But his enthalpy will increase because there's more energy, and when he's absorbing the energy, it's an endothermic reaction. Even though he's not heating up, he heats up regardless. He doesn't cool down. The only way you can really cool him down is if you like put water, or as you saw in the video, a flame retardant. But as in normal chemistry, as the endothermic reaction occurs, his enthalpy also his enthalpy increases. His enthalpy increases for the endothermic reactions, and his enthalpy decreases for the exothermic reactions. There we go. But this isn't more the Human Torch. This is more his surroundings. So what he also entropy is involved. This isn't him. It's more his surroundings. So when he gets hotter, the air molecules around him are also warming up. So they're randomizing. So his entropy will. I'm not sure if this is him, but this is more around him. The entropy will increase when he gets hotter because the molecules around him get hotter. But when he's not as hot, like when he first started out in the beginning, the entropy is lower because he's not as warm, he's not as hot, so the molecules around him won't be as hot either. Yeah, that's the Human Torch. Hope you enjoyed.